Jug Preview. Pace a 1 mile purse of $75,000. Exactas in tries, a field of 7. Drivers change on the 3. First, Foxy Jim Daly. Here are the horses and drivers. The 1, Coast to Coast Yankee. 3-year-old Son of Arts Place, owned by Altmeyer, Ramsburg, and Kelson. They're of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and New York. Trained by Dan Altmeyer, with earnings in excess of $182,000, a mark of 153 and 3/5 at the Meadows. Number 1, Coast to Coast Yankee, and driver David Miller. Number 2 is Stock Market Whiz, a 3-year-old bay colt by 3 Wizards by Carl Ungerman and Sampson Street Stables of Ontario and Pennsylvania, trained by Tom Artandi, with earnings in excess of $248,000, a mark of 155 and 2/5 at Vernon Downs. Number 2, Stock Market Whiz, and driver Dallas Miller. Number 3 is First Foxy, 3-year-old bay gelding by Noble and Sam, with the White Creek Stable Incorporated at Dublin, Ohio, trained by Ray Paver, earnings in excess of $140,000, a mark at Indianapolis of 151 flat. Number 3, First Foxy, and driver Jim Daly. Number 4 is Pre-Slash, 3-year-old Rowan colt by Mr. Preston, by Pius Sonlin of Canton, Ohio, and David Sonlin of Navarre, Ohio, trained by Pius Sonlin. Earnings in excess of $133,000, a mark of 152 and 3/5 at the Big M, the Meadowlands, in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Number 4, Pre-Slash, and driver George Schoenlin. Number 5, Dr. Drew, 3-year-old bay colt by Jenna's Beach Boy, by L&L DeVisser, Jones Machila of Holland, Michigan, trained by Joe Seekman, with earnings in excess of $312,000. A mark at the Red Mile of 149 and 4/5. Number 5, Dr. Drew, and driver Brett Miller. Number 6, Escape the Tie, 3-year-old brown colt by Art Escape, owned by our Crystal of Manhasset, New York, and Ann Zabar of New York, New York, trained by Nat Vardy, with earnings in excess of $38,000, a mark of 151 and 4/5 at Woodbine. Number 6, Escape the Tie, and driver Dave Hawk. And for the outside, number 7, Room and Board, 3-year-old brown colt by Noble and Sam, by Sheehan, Darby's Edge Stable, and Joe Descala Jr. of Pennsylvania, Ohio, and New York, trained by Ohio's leading trainer, Virgil Morgan Jr. Earnings in excess of $158,000, a mark here at Saturday Downs of 151 and 3/5. Number 7, Room and Board, and Bob Harper in the sulky. That's the field for the 10th race, the second division of the Jug Preview. Exactas and tries. A field of 7 drivers change on the 3. First Foxy, the driver is Jim Daly. They'll go to the post at 10:41, 4 minutes away. And of the Jug Preview, field in motion. Break the 1, Coast to Coast Yankee before the start. They're all fan pacing and firing away from the outside. Escape the Tie crosses right on over to take the lead here from the inside. Stock Market Whiz up on the outside there. That is Pre-Slash. Coming away, racing in 4. That is First Foxy. Angled in 5. That is Dr. Drew. 6. That is Room and Board. And 7th and trailing the field. Back down pacing. That is Coast to Coast Yankee as they race around the first turn and over to the opening quarter and Escape the Tie out of the Nat Vardy stable for driver Dave Hawk. Takes some to the opening quarter in 27 and 1/5 as they pass by the stand for the first time and head on down to the half and Escape the Tie with the lead. Pre-Slash, and now rushing up on the outside. Here comes Dr. Drew, and Dr. Drew overpowers to the front end here as they step around the clubhouse, turning on over to the half. Dr. Drew powers his way to the front end. On the inside, Escape the Tie yielded for a garden spot in 2. Pre-Slash is racing in 3rd. Stock Market Whiz stays in from 4th. They're halfway home, 56 and 1/5. Off the turn and setting sail down the backside. Heads are pointed towards 3/4 in the second division of the Jug Preview. On top of the field, Dr. Drew with the lead. To the inside, Escape the Tie is racing in 2nd. Pre-Slash stays in from 3rd. First over the rim, racing in 4th. That is First Foxy. On the inside in 5, Stock Market Whiz. Up on the outside in 6, that is Coast to Coast Yankee, and he's back into play. And 7th and trailing the field, Room and Board. 3/4 was passed in 124 flat. They'll pace the final turn and head for home. On top, Dr. Drew, your 2 to 5 punter's choice with the lead here. Escape the Tie is going to be coming to him and coming on. Off the turn in less than an 1/8 of a mile to go. And down the stretch they come, and Dr. Drew sprints away from the field and opens up with every single stride as they come to the wire. Dr. Drew takes the second division of the Jug Preview. Finishing second was the 3, First Foxy. Third was the 6, Escape the Tie. The time of the mile, 1:51, 3/5. Dr. Drew and driver Brett Miller gets his 6th winning drive of the night. 5:51, 3/5. The 5, Dr. Drew, is a 3-year-old bay owned by Jenna's Beach Boy out of a Freedom Aloft mare. She by Annihilator. By L&L Divisor Limited Liability Corporation, Jones Maricelli of Holland, Michigan. Trained by Joseph Siekman. Nicely handled cheer this evening by winning driver Brett Miller. Also in the winner's circle to make the trophy presentation, the director of racing of Scioto Downs, Stacy Christie. For driver Brett Miller, that's 6 wins on this evening's program. 6 out of 10 races for driver Brett Miller as he guides the 5, Dr. Drew, home to victory in 1:51, 3/5. So official 5-3 exacta 1880, 5-3-6 try 1:30.20. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give number 5, Dr. Drew and Brett Miller, a nice round of applause. The second division of the Jug Preview.
Well, Joe, you certainly made this trip to Scioto Downs a worthwhile one. Better certainly felt this horse was the best, and clearly Brett did too when he sent him like he did down the front stretch here. What did you think when he made that move?
The horse is sharp right now, you know, and as a favorite, he better get to moving him, you know, or the public's going to be booing. So he felt confident. You know, the horse is sharp right now.
Did you have any concerns about Coast to Coast Yankee before he did make that break at the start?
No, you know, hey, you've got to be concerned about all of them, but they're all in the race. And like I say, he's sharp right now, and good trip for him, and worked out good.
And the owner of this horse, Lee DeVisser, owned the great Jenna's Beach Boy, who of course was not eligible to the Little Brown Jug. What do you think it would mean to him to win this race?
Oh, I'm sure he would like to, you know. But it's going to be a tough-fought battle. There's lots of others thinking the same way. But I'm sure he would appreciate it along with the other couple owners.
Wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Here's the rundown. Eligible. Number 6, Escape the Tie. 3 in the 7, Room and Board. 7. Rechecking 652.